so in here now we've taken about 40 minutes working on tone quality, and of course, we're going to expand what we do here, but if you had 30 minutes to do daily drill or ensemble concepts, you can't spend all 30 minutes on just long tones. You have to pare it down. And you'll learn eventually what the percentage is for that. So let's move on to something else. All right? Let's do the articulation series, or the rhythmic series, that starts with the whole note and then proceeds on to 16th notes. All right? So basically, in the siren room, that's correct. That's what you want your kids to do. You know, loudly. On sax and flute, you can actually kind of hear the melody happening. Yeah. That's cool. Yeah. All right, so it's 4 counts of something. Start with a whole note and then 4 counts of rest. The next one is 2 half notes, 4 counts of rest. Then 4 touching quarter notes, 4 lifted quarter notes, 4 staccato quarter notes, touching eighth notes, staccato eighth notes, touching triplets, staccato triplets, then 1/16. See, the staff's going this way. 1/16 downbeat, and then 2, and then 3, and then 4, which means a whole measure of 16th note, but with no downbeat, and then back to a whole note. Make sense?
I'm not going to.
I'll have a word. All right, so you can up to 4 patterns. And I'll help you guys out knowing what to play. And then you respond. Okay, you can talk over me. I'm just going to kind of whisper. Okay? And you respond to what you say. Just connote 4. Now, what note would you like me to play? I recommend either F or B flat. Good, here we go.
Thank you.
It's the only note I know.
How's it at? Starting with all that.
Separated. Lifted then is 75% of the note value. So if you have 4 lifted quarter notes, essentially what are you playing? I mean, if you were to write it out, 75% of a quarter note is what? Dotted 8, 16th rest. Dotted 8, 16th rest, right? Most bands play their lifted notes 2 flat. Short, and you did that, especially trumpets. Thank you for demonstrating that. I wanted you to. And then your staccato, staccatissimo. Right, very, very, very short. In fact, there was no difference in your staccato quarter and your single 16th note.
Good.
But that, folks, listen, that's why you go through an exercise like this, to teach your band how to play and match different note lengths with different styles, right? Yes? want you to make some general comment to the group about posture.
Sit up. Or if you want me to say
What did you notice anything about posture? When you were playing the exercise, or were you just so focused on 4-4 and what's happening next, you weren't noticing posture? Yeah, you didn't. Right. That's okay. That's why we do this, right? It's a safe environment. Yeah, raise your hand if you were purposely sitting incorrectly.
Yeah, sure.
I hope you're raising your hand, otherwise we've got a real problem. There we go. Okay. All right, so think back. What's the first thing that we spoke of today when we talked about breathing? What's the first thing?
Pastor.
Folks, it was really good when we were focusing on that. And then, like most bands in the world, as we got further into what we were doing, it became less relevant. Does that make sense? So, if focusing more on one thing causes you to focus less on another, that's a problem. You should be able to focus 100% on many, many, many things at once. It's the human brain, limitless power. Yeah? So, as a band director, I often equate this when I took driver's ed. And, you know, you're in the car, there's the dude, usually the coach, sitting next to you, and they have the brake on their side of the car. Anyone ever had that pull?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it scared the crap. So, you're driving, and what they tell you is to scan the dashboard. You're driving, you're looking, and then every so often you side mirror, dash. You want to make sure there's no red flashing lights, that all of your little indicators are about in the middle, rear view mirrors, and you just scan. Well, as a conductor, it's the same thing, especially in something like ensemble concepts. Scan the ensemble. Notice things as basic as posture, you know, and had you done that, you would have gone right to over here. And you don't even have to stop, and you don't even have to say anything. You can just, and they'll get the idea, because they know. They know. Little kids know. They're going to test you. They're from day one, they're going to know what you expect, and then they're going to try to do less. Most of them. All right? Some of them will try to do more, which is great, and you'll have those kids. But as simple as this, you know, would fix that. All right? Quick comments.
Try to vary your style some to help us. I know it was kind of weird just because we were all kind of surprised, but try to do that.
Yeah, so put that little order of notes into memory, and there's 1,000 variations on that where you can announce at the workouts of rest what rhythm you want next. So they have to think about it instantly and then do it and match. But keep it in the same order for a good bit of time so that they get that. All right? So what else?
yes.
Like make comments, like one of the other people said about the other people, like make comments from what you hear. Because there were like some people who were like sitting out of the thing and you weren't like reacting.
Folks, one of the hardest things to do is to stand up in front of your peers and as you think of it as correct them. You know what I mean? I know. I mean, we've been there. If you can do it here, you know, doing it with a middle school band or a high school band is going to be a piece of cake. So we're all colleagues. I almost said friends, but I didn't want to assume. We all get along. We're all on the same page, the same team. So none of us in here are going to get offended by what the person on the podium says. And if you do, then just get over it, because they're reacting to what they hear. There will come a point to where this lap band will get so good, I'm talking about like April, that, and this is really fun, once we get into that piece of music, I pick one piece for the whole spring, and everybody learns it, and then you're never going to want to play it again. But, you know, one piece. But I'll get some index cards, and I will actually write on there a specific mistake that I want you to make, and I'll just nonchalantly put it on. And you make that mistake until we see if the person on the podium notices. You know, that's going to be real fun in the spring. Nice hand?